morning, ladies and gentlemen, to our media friends. I have the honor of introducing our officials on the head table, led by Director General Aaron N. Aquino of the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. We'd also like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Robert S. Barbers, representative of the 2nd District of Surigao del Norte, and Chairman of the House Committee on Dangerous Drugs, showing his support to us this morning, to his presence. We also have the officer in charge of the Department of Interior and Local Government, General Eduardo Emmanuel Galan, sir. And of course, the chairman of the Dangerous Drugs Board, Secretary Catalino Escuri, sir. We will now proceed to the statement of the officer in charge of the DILG, sir.
Pdea Director General Aaron Aquino, DDB Chairperson Pdea, Congressman Ace Barbers, senior officials of the ILIGAL, Pdea, and DDB here present, members of the media and guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to all of you for coming here today for the joint press conference of the ILIGAL and Pdea. The Department of the Interior and Local Government and the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency are conducting a press conference this morning to announce the filing of charges against barangay officials with no organized barangay anti-drug abuse councils, as well as to make an announcement of the barangay Narco list. On the part of the DILG, from 1998 to 2015, we issued 4 memorandum circulars enjoining all barangays to create and revitalize the local anti-drug abuse councils. These are Memorandum Circular Number 98227, Memorandum Circular Number 2001-90, and Memorandum Circular Number 2015-63. All are designed to seek and revitalize the products and emphasize the barangay's role in drug dealing operations. The said member circulars were reinforced by 2 regulations issued by the Dangerous Drug Board, specifically to urge barangays to organize the respective products. DDB Regulation 4, Series 2016, provides guidelines on voluntary surrender of drug users, independence and monitoring mechanism of barangay anti-drug abuse campaigns. DDB also issued Regulation Number 3, Series of 2017, which provides guidelines on the implementation of barangay drug dealing program. This regulation directs all barangays in every LGU to establish their own product and states that failure of government employees and officials shall be a ground for filing of appropriate charges in accordance with existing laws, rules, and regulations. As of April 18, 2018, the list shows that there are still 16 barangays in the country which have not yet organized their products, despite several directives from the DILG and DDB. Of the 60 barangays, 5 are in the National Capital Region, all in the city of Manila. These are Barangay 4721, Barangay 477, Barangay 482, Barangay 659-A, and Barangay 690. On the other hand, 11 barangays belong to the Bicol region, 10 in the town of Aurora Masbate, and 1 in Bubat, Sorsogon. In Aurora Masbate, the barangays with no organized products are Barangay Pagkauma, Balawi, Bumahang, Lanao, Macabong, Manamok, Mariposa, Labongsuran, San Isidro, Talabaan. In Sorsogon Province, Barangay Kota, Nadado, in the town of Gubat was also confirmed to have no organized product. Therefore, we will be filing administrative cases at the Ombudsman against these erring barangay officials of the 16 barangays for misconduct of office or dereliction of duty pursuant to Section 60 of the Local Government Code of 1991. The file of cases against barangay officials With the 16 barangays with unorganized products is just the first in a series of cases to be filed by the DILG. This is only the first batch because we are still in the process of queuing all the reports from our regional and field offices. There are still over 600 barangays with no reports on their products. Now the organization of products just the first step in the process. The DILG will also monitor functionality of the respective products. When we say functional, it means that the concerned LGUs have allowed substantial budget for the anti-drug campaign like community-based rehab program. They must have also submitted their product action plans to the concerned DILG offices and must have implemented the program, projects, or activities listed in the action plan. Hence, we can say that products are really functional when there is significant decrease in the number of drug affectations in the barangay based on the report from the Pdea. Next in line also are the adults of higher LGUs like the provinces, cities, and municipalities. The DILG is now closely working with the DTV to ensure the creation and functionality of the higher adults, and we will also not hesitate to file charges against mayors and governors who are proven to have unorganized adults as well. We are filing these charges against barangays with no adults because we want to send a strong message to the barangay on their important role in the anti-illegal drug campaign. More so that the barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections are just 2 weeks away. Voters should be wise enough not to vote or vote for incumbents who fail to act on the anti-illegal drug issues in the respective communities. Again, the DILG calls on the public to vote for matino, mahusay, at maaasang kandidato for the barangay and SK elections on May 14, 2018, and among the criteria for matino is lumalaban at lumaban talaga sa illegal na droga. We need barangay officials who support the government's agenda of change. Let the change begin at the barangay level. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Secretary Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, our Director General, Aaron, sir.
To Secretary Eduardo Anderson, to Secretary Catalina at DTV, Congressman Ace Barros, everyone, good morning. I have also this opportunity to thank, of course, the DILG, DTV, the Chairman of Dangerous Drugs, Congressman Ace Barros, for continuously supporting Pdea. Good morning also to our friends from media. Pdea is releasing today the list of 207 barangay officials involved in illegal trade, 90 of which are barangay captains and 117 are barangay kagawats. The most number recorded is in Region 5, which has a total of 70, followed by Caraga Region with 34 and ARM with 13. The disclosure of the names of barangay officials involved in the illegal drug business is first and foremost a direct order from President Rodrigo R. Duterte. The list has been validated by 4 law enforcement agencies, particularly intelligence units. Pdea will be filing cases against the personalities in the list, while we have at hand pieces of evidence against them. Pdea is continuously conducting case build-up for the case to be airtight. Aside from these 207 barangay officials, there are 274 barangay officials that are being validated. Once the validation is completed, Pdea will also be revealing the names of these officials. Pdea has a greater responsibility to the state and the public because the interest of the majority is greater than that of the erring few. The Supreme Court provided a strong ruling on the superiority of public's right to information as against an individual's right to privacy. In several decisions on cases, the Supreme Court affirmed that the right to privacy is not absolute when there is compelling reason to prioritize the interests of the state. The disclosure of valuable and valid information is needed to curtail and minimize corruption amongst officials of the government, to promote the highest standard of honesty in public service, and to elevate morality in public administration. This is the reason why public officials have limited right to privacy as compared to ordinary individuals. These officials serve the public and are therefore accountable to the public. The Constitution likewise protects the public's basic right to information and access to government transactions, documents, and operations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jim. Questions from our media friends? May we have the microphone from the back end?
Good morning, sir. Severina Monte from Manila Tribune. When can we expect the filing of charges against these 207 officials?
Well, it will be in due time. We're just having a continuous case build-up. Within maybe a week or two, meron tayong sama file.
Sa ombudsman, sir?
Yeah. Maybe also in the court.
So, sir, are you going to disclose to us the names of those people, those 207?
That's right.
Even before the filing, like today, can we let
Yes.
them know?
May we have the next question? Is a mic available there? Pakiabot po yung microphone, kaya Oscar. Thank you very much.
Sir, with the large number of drug suspects being killed by unknown suspects in drug-related incidents as described by the police, is this not equivalent to signing a death warrant on these people and putting a bullseye mark on their foreheads?
There's no truth to that. There's a principle, it says, public office is public trust. Every resident of a barangay has meron siyang karapatan para malaman kung anong ginagawa ng isang public officials, particularly barangay captain. The public officials is always accountable to the people. It's fair enough that the people should know exactly what the particular barangay officials is doing.
I don't believe that it is equivalent to the hit list. Because number one, these cases have been violated. I mean, these people in the list have been validated by different intelligence agencies. And we are filing charges against these people. In fact, revealing the list would even encourage people to testify against these government, barangay officials. You know, sa isang barangay, alam naman talaga nila kung sino yung promotor ng drugs guy. I mean, even kayo, pag umuwi kayo sa inyo ng barangay, alam niyo kung sino, may magsasabi sa inyo ito, puso yan ito, protect natin ito. That is the hard truth. Only sometimes people just do not want to intervene or ayaw nila makialam, natatakot. Pero kailan pa natin matatapos na itong problema kung wala tayong pakialam. So with this, I believe we can encourage even more people from the barangay to testify, to give additional evidences. Although validated sa atin ng voters na tayo, we still welcome additional evidences so we can put these people behind bars.
That's true. We are asking, appealing to the people in the barangay to give us more information so that the task force could validate the information. Help us so that we can really have a tight case and level up our case doing.
Sir, sabi niyo, sir, they're related and linked to illegal drug trade. But to what extent, sir? Are they selling? Are they protecting? Are they using drugs? Is that nuanced in the list that you're going to release to us today?
Well, I've been releasing a list kung ano yung hindi kasama yung involvement nila. Wala nakalagay doon, either user, protector, or pusher.
Can we have, sir, at least a spectrum of how great their involvement is, the worst to the most minimum?
Some barangay officials are users, some are pushers, even to the level of a drug lord. But most of them are protectors.
Maybe we have the next question. Sorry.
What aggravated the fact is these are government officials. They are responsible because, you know, they sabi nga, public office is a public trust. They run for office, they have this big responsibility to lead their barangays. Even they are just users or to the most as protectors, that is not really good in public governance. So these people must be held accountable.
If I may add, remember that the barangay and SA election has been postponed twice already, precisely because the president would not want candidates or prospective barangay officials to remain in their post, and those who are involved in illegal drugs to be elected. And now this is the opportunity and the chance for the public, for the community, to get rid of these people. It's very important that the public, the voters are aware doon sa mga kandidato na iboboto nila. And may we call on our voters to be vigilant and choose properly yung mga iboboto. There are two things. Number one, to elect the candidates who are supportive or who are active in anti-illegal drug campaign. And number two, not to vote on people who are tainted or somehow involved in illegal drugs. That way, we can get rid of these illegal drug personalities in our communities.
Magandang umaga po sa ating mga panuhin at sa lahat na narito. Pilatis na gari po ng KTV Philippines. Tanong ko na po kayo nga Congressman Bartels at maaari na rin mag-input ang iba pang mga panuhin. Kung kayo po ay isang barangay chairman, anong poder o kapangyarihan na meron kayo para maging kwalipikadong drug lord or drug protector?
Salamat. Bagong lahat, magandang umaga ko sa ating mga kaibigan sa media at sa ating mga officials dito sa press conference ito. Masyado malawak yung parameters nung sinasabi natin there, no? But kagaya nga nung nasabi ni General Aquino at Secretary Kuy, a public office is a public trust. Ang accountability ng isang opisyal ng gobyerno ay napakalawak. No? Kasama ho dyan yung pagprotekta ng kanyang nasasakupan o constituents. Ang pagiging protector ng isang drug pusher o drug lord sa aking nasasakupang barangay, kung ako ang barangay captain, ay yung paglalagay sa kapahamakan ng aking mga nasasakupan doon sa barangay. So, kailangan na accountable ako na protektahan ang aking mga constituents by reporting itong present ng mga drug lords, pushers, doon sa mga otoridad. Kaya malaking bagay, malaking responsibilidad ang trabaho ng isang barangay official. Hindi lamang siya dun sa mga paliga-liga ng basketball o kung ano-ano mga sports activities, kundi kasama sa kanyang responsibilidad ay siguraduhin na protektado ang kanyang constituents at walang mga sindikato doon sa kanyang nasasakupan.
Sa may follow-up lang, sir, no? Ano naman, in accordance with existing laws, ang proteksyon ng isang barangay chairman para banggain ng mga drug lords?
Yan, medyo, alam nyo, kaakibat ng pagiging isang halal ng bayan o pagkakaroon ng isang pwesto sa gobyerno, yung risk. Yung sinasabi natin na at any given time, ikaw ay target. Kaya nung nabanggit kanina, mayroong bullseye. No, yung mga kandidato. Kung bibilangin natin yung bullseye sa kandidato as against the bullseye na nakikita sa posibleng biktima ng isang drug addict o isang drug pusher, napakarami yung bullseye nun. So, ito ang mabigat na risk na nasa kamay ng isang halal ng bayan. Pero kasama ho yan, pinili ho yan at part ho ng trabaho.
In timely answer, ano? Hindi kaya ni Barangay Capital lang mag-isa yan. Kaya nga kailangan ng badak. Kaya kailangan patakbuhin mo yan. It is the badak that will help sa barangay official natin. And the activation and operationalization of the badak is the first step in the barangay clearing. We are going to the barangays kasi andito po ang grassroots at target natin sa ating illegal drug campaign, yung mass case.
Magdagdagan ko lang ng konting informasyon. In fact, ang aming committee on dangerous drugs, no, sa mga miyembro at mga officials ng aming committee, ay meron kaming proposal na ipapasa ko namin sa ILG at sa Pdea na ang bawat kandidato sa buong Pilipinas pagkakapitan, tama-tama, dito si Yusek Martin Dino bilang Yusek sa Barangay Affairs, dapat magkaroon ng covenant. Magkaroon ng isang dokumentong ipirmahan ang ating mga barangay officials na nagsasabi na, number one, pumapayag siyang isubmit yung sarili niya sa isang drug test bilang patunay na siya ay hindi involved sa droga. Number two, hindi mo siya tatanggap ng material man o pera o anumang tulong galing sa isang identified na drug lord dun sa kanyang barangay dito sa eleksyon campaign. Pangatlo, at kapag ako ay nahalan bilang barangay captain, isa ako sa mga nawagan na magkaroon ng drug-free barangay bilang suporta sa isang programa o advokasya ng ating Pangulo. Ito ay very simple piece of document that will compel all barangay officials to follow, support, and most importantly, to ensure na wala hong drugs doon sa kanilang barangay bilang suporta sa panawagan ng ating Pangulo.
Good morning, Howard Johnson, BBC News over here. Given that the people on the list haven't been given a proper right of reply in the court to contest the allegations made against them, is this list, one, reckless because innocent lives could be lost, and two, political because it could unfairly skew the results of local elections in the next 2 weeks?
The question was actually asked a while ago. It's not true that, number one, this order came from the president. And secondly, all the lists are all validated by 4 intelligence units, namely Pdea, PNP, NICA, and ISAC of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. This was validated on the ground. This was done as early as, I think, 2016. And the list was given, after the first list was given December 2016. And there's no clue that this will serve as a hit list. It will not. The PNP, which is also our partners in this problem, will make assurance to the public that these people should be also given somehow protection. that nobody will harm them. If there will be operations against it, it will be on the negation part of the operation, either bypass operations or service search warrants. And we are doing this because we want to be legitimate in our operations. We want our operations to be transparent. And we have a better collaboration now with all other agencies, and to include particularly the Philippine National Police.
And about the timing, 2 weeks before local elections.
Well, I was given an order, I think 3 days or 4 days ago. And as I've said, if I will be given my own way, I will do also to announce, to reveal the names. But I'm just waiting for the authority of the President to give me that guidance. And I was given that 4 days ago.
May we have the next question? Pakipasa na lang po yung microphone. Please, can you pass the mic, please? Thank you.
When I say protected, this is clear that there will no EJ case. Again, this will not serve as a hit list. Nasabi na ni General Coy, ni General Anyo, the Congressman, kung anong real intent, what's the real purpose, why are we disclosing the list? And I just hope you will stick to that. Doon po sa pinaka-barangay. Secondly, ulitin ko ulit, inutos ko ng ating Presidente. Pangatlo, sinabi ko na po, public office is a public trust. Kailangan po, just fair enough, malaman ng mga taong bayan kung sino po inutot nila bilang pinuno ng barangay nila. We cannot clear the Philippines by 2022 of illegal drugs if there is no existence of balance. Ang problema, yung iba wala na ng badak, kung may badak man, non-functional, it's not operational. So, since ang barangay ay sila ang nangunguna to strategize, to plan, sila ang nangunguna sa watak, sa illegal na droga. Sila ang kakampi namin sa problema nito. And yet, kung hindi sila tutulong, how can we clear a barangay of illegal drugs? Let me be clear. Yung drug-free Philippines, hindi na natin maaari yun. Hindi na natin makukuha yun. Ang kinukuha natin ngayon is drug-clear Philippines. When you say drug-free Philippines, ano ko lang po, compare ko lang yung ibig sabihin ng dalawa. When you say drug-free Philippines, simulat sa pool, wala naman talagang illegal drugs sa Pilipinas. Kaya nga drug-free Philippines. So pag na-clear namin ito, yung 24,000 remaining barangays, it's now drug-clear Philippines. But the problem is that nagkaroon ng resurgence sa barangay ng illegal drugs. We have cleared 5,077 as of December 2017 of barangays on illegal drugs. Ang problema, 2,277 barangays were reverted back as affected barangays. More than half of the barangays who were cleared before are now affected again. So from 24,000 plus that we are clearing now, it's now more than 26,000. So imbis na pumote yung barangay sa pag-clear namin, daming dumalaki. Bakit kaya nagkaroon ng resurgence? Itatanong nyo rito sa listahan na ito kung bakit nagkaroon ng resurgence. That's the reason why. Because yung involvement ng mga barangay leaders sa baba. Why? First and foremost, sinabi ni Secretary, there was no batak at all. Non-functional. There is no proper collaboration. What they're doing down there is not proper. So yun ang nagkakaroon ng problema. So yung vision ng ating Presidente by 2022, before he steps down as the President, hindi niya marirealize yun kung hindi namin gagawin ito. What the DILG, DDB our supporters from the Congress and Senate are doing now is a big step that we could realize by 2022 a drug-free Philippines. So I just hope people will help us. Pdea cannot do it alone. Everyone should have a concerted effort to do this, including you, media. You are our partners. Kayo ang tumutulong sa amin, sa baba.
Sir, hindi po ba mas legal and logical if file the case first, then announce the names later? I mean, baka itong move na to might maging vulnerable kayo to legal actions.
I don't care about legal action. Kung mapile na ang kaso, so and I expect the judge and my legal team will deal with it. That's my right.
Sir. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Alan Gatos po from GMA, DCWB. Sir, kahapon nagpa-press con ang Pangulo sa Davao City at natanong siya kung yung pagpapa-release na ng listahan doon sa barangay. At ito yung quote mismo na sinabi ng Pangulo, that yet it is not time and I have to get back all of those who want to come back. So paano mo natin i-reconcile ngayon ito na i-release yun yung pangalan, pero may sinabi rin naman ng Pangulo kahapon na hindi pa panahon para ilabas yung listahan ng mga nasa barangay na sa konseligo na droga.
First and foremost, walang sinabi ang Presidente na hindi pa napapanahon para ilabas ang listahan. During that press conference, the media and the President is talking about the OFW's employee. And one of the media asked the President about we will reveal the names today. And sabi niyang, not yet time, he's referring to the OFW employee. Kaya nga sabi niya, I'm waiting for them to come back. And that's about the 4.6 billion that was donated by China, na itinago ng Presidente yon, at yun ang gagamitin niya sa mga OFW ng Kuwaiti. Once they return back to the Philippines, para may magamit ang Presidente na tamang pondo para paggastusan niya sa mga OFW na ito. Ang tema kasi ng discussion during that time is about the Kuwaiti OFW. Isiningit bigla yung about the involvement of these barangay officials in illegal drugs. Kaya hindi pa siguro tapos ang Presidente na pag-explain tungkol sa OFW. Kaya yung explanation niya, it's about the OFW in Kuwaiti, not about the illegal drugs. I-transcribe niyo yung interview. So you will know.
Sir,
Wait. Walang further guidance na sinabi sa akin. Otherwise, ngayon palang umaga o kagabi, sinabi sa akin, stop.
Sir, Rambo Labay ng DCXL-RM. Simula nung kuskusan ang kampanya ni Pangulong Duterte sa illegal na droga, base doon sa intelligence report nyo, sir, na pili pang stagnant o yung 207 nadagdagan o pwedeng mabawasan pa?
General Gonzales po, DCRH, nabanggit po ninyo kanina na ito po hindi magsisilbi na hit list para doon sa mga barangay officials na nabanggit. Entitled pa rin po ba sila? Kasi siyempre sa pamilya po ng mga nabanggit, nanganganib yung buhay nila. Kung ang Pdea ho ang tatanungin, entitled pa rin po ba sila na humingi po ng proteksyon sa Philippine National Police?
Well, if they believe that there are, kasi, una, magulo talaga kapag na-involve ka sa drug syndicate at drug operation. Alam niyo yan, napanood nyo naman yung Narcos, napanood nyo yung Chapo, ang dami mga movies yan. Once you are involved, hindi lang law enforcement yung kalaban mo, the syndicate itself, because if they want to silence you, well, that's your pay. So if these barangay officials, remember we're talking about barangay officials, we're not talking about private citizens. Kasi hindi equate yung public officials sa private citizens. We don't do that to private citizens. But public officials who are public property. Mandato mo na stop yung drugs, ikaw pa ang involved dyan. That is already betrayal of the trust, of the duty. Not just like a policeman, mandated to enforce the law. Siya pa yung nagawa ng abuso. Kahit wala pang kaso yan, lininidyo na natin yan. So that is our advocacy to stop drugs in this country. Now, regarding the barangay officials, well, depende kung paano siya gustong tumulong sa ating, for example, if that official is really involved in the drugs and he wanted to come in because he wanted to reveal everything, he wanted to become a state witness, we will provide all the protection. But we will let, the law to run in its due course. No? We shall assess the condition and the situation of these people. If this in danger, then it is also part of the government to provide security to that official. But he has to show, he has to show. Involved pala talaga sa drug operation, tapos ipoprotect pa natin. Ano naman naman yan? Kailangan isa lang. No? That's fight drugs. And if you are committed to fight drugs, then you get all the support of the government.
Thank you, Secretary. Next question, please. Then we pass the mic forward. May magtatanong din dito.
Good morning, Sir Ranina po from Philippine Star. Sir, question po din sa last statement niyo, Sir Anyo. Hindi po ba dapat may presumption of innocence instead of the individual trying to prove his innocence po? Tapos second point po, paano po yung release ng names will be published it per barangay po? Or paano po ba yung magiging public ng name?
The list or the names will be given to you immediately after the press conference. Now, regarding presumption of innocence, well, we will file cases against these people. They will have the chance to defend themselves. So, immediately, we will be filing cases. Of course, we presume innocence. Hindi pa naman sila nakakulong eh. Mayroon pang due process na i-observe tayo. It's too early to say these things. We will follow the process.
Sir, isa-circulate po ba yun?
May clear lang ako sa sinabi ng Secretary Amin. Yung sinasabi na kayong immediately will file a case, yun yung sa BADAX na hindi nag-activate. Kasi after dito, yung proceed to ombudsman to file a case dito sa barangay. Pero yung sinasabi ko, yung listahan, again, kaklaro ko yun, we are still continuously conducting case build-up so that the case will be tied. Okay? So in due time, papailan namin ganun, not immediately. Okay? Pag sinabi immediately, baka isipin nyo, bukas mapapail na kami. Okay? Kalpas, kaya nga inag-appeal kami sa ibang tao sa barangay to help us also give reliable information to us so that we can level up our case with that.
So sir, ibababa po ba yung listahan mismo sa barangay level? Kailangan po ba naka-post po sa bulletin board na or paano po ba yung circulation para din sa mga voters sa barangay?
Well, it's up to you. After this, we'll give you the list, hard copy. Nasa inyo, kung gusto nyo gawin.
So last question na lang po. Sir,
Yes, we also furnish a comment on the list.
Yung parang point is by active role ba ang DILG sa information dissemination?
Yes,
Dito sa listahan ng...
well, una-una, bibigyan natin ng copy and comment. And then number two, of course, we will notify the local government units to our regional directors and provincial directors and MLGOOs in the different local government units. They shall be informed actively as well as the government to publish a memo or a list to their respective government people in charge of the election corresponding to the barangays mentioned.
Sir, last question na po, sorry. Bakit po inuna natin yung application ng names kaysa po yan sa hindi pa po na-approvahan na adjudication process wherein they could be given a chance to get their names off the list?
First and foremost, I don't have any option. The President gave me an order to release it. Meron pa ba kayong iisipin pag gano'n? Wala na, di ba? Just release it. But, before release nga, hinimay-himay namin to ensure tama yung data. Kasi on the first place, maraming nag-double count, maraming patay na naisama pa. Kaya, nag-iisip kayo, siguro pa-iba-iba number ko every time I reveal figures, iba-iba. Because nga, meron nang na-arrested a few days ago, may napatay, may nag-double count, meron namang pangalan doon, tapos nakalagay barangay, pero wala namang barangay captain na gano'n. So naghahanap kami kung anong-ano. Yung pala, nagkakaroon ng a little bit of error, inayos lang namin. Yes.
Sir, good morning. I'm Soberano, sir, of Bongo Radio Philippines. Sir, kay General Aquino. Sir, sa 207 barangay, 207 barangay officials na nasa Narco list, ilan po yung nagsisik po ng re-election? Ilan po yung tumatakbo po ngayon this coming barangay and SK election? May data po ba kayo na?
I don't have any figures or data. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sir, but yung...
Maybe we can ask the comment para ma-check yung figure.
Pero yung mga names na yun, sir, i-furnish nyo yung copy doon sa COMELEC.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, yung itong listahan din na ito, ipapasa nyo din po ba sa mga barangays para po magkaroon po ng basis yung mga voters natin kung sino po yung hindi dapat iboto at dapat na iboto?
We will furnish a copy of this sa mga regional directors na Pdea, PNP sa bawat region. And most likely, we will give a copy of this on all barangays and LGUs sa municipal level so that everybody will be informed.
Okay, sir, you made mention kanina si Secretary Ano po. We keep on blaming po yung mga barangay officials dahil po sa resurgence ng drugs sa mga barangay. Hindi ba, sir, may mga pananagutan din po ba yung mga pulis natin para na to implement the rules? Thank you po.
Yes, kasama din yan. Meron nga tayong CI task force sa PNP at saka yung ating internal affairs service. Ang trabaho lang yan is tanggalin yung scalawag sa PNP, lalo na yung mga involved sa drugs. In fact, marami na tayong natatanggal. Ako, as chairman of the NOPOLCOM, on the average, I'm signing about 70 to 100 dismissals every month. No? Kasama na yan, namamotong, involved sa drugs, awol, and we will continue doing it until we cleanse the PNP organization of misfits and scalawags. And this is a continuing effort. Maraming trabaho talaga na gagawin sa PNP. But I tell you, we are moving forward very fast with the leadership of the new Chief PNP Police Director General Oscar Abuyale. He's a practice secretarian. I believe we can do more. No? We need the support of the public. Huwag kayo mahiya mag-report ng anumang pag-abuso, especially those who are involved in drugs. Kami yung mag-i-implement yan, hindi po pwedeng may involved sa nag-i-implement. That is double betrayal. That is, to me, tantamount to treason. Kung meron nga lang sanang batas na may papasa, mas triple yung parusa sa mga law enforcement. Mas maganda.
By the way, yung list natin, nakalagay naman doon. May mga barangay kagawad na ngayon barangay captain na. Meron namang barangay captain na ngayon barangay kagawad na. Meron namang hindi na sila barangay captain, hindi na rin sila barangay kagawad. Formerly barangay captain. Naka-identify naman dito, nakalagay na kasulat. So makikita nyo naman sa list.
Remember, ang main purpose, kaya may status sa Presidente na ilabas ang listahan na yan is so that the public, so that the voters will know kung sino itong mga nag-aspire ng position sa barangay natin. And kaya nga, the President decided to push through with this barangay SK election with condition na let's put some measure na maalis or wag hayaan ma-elect yung mga people identified with drugs. So, hindi natin alam kung yung next batch ng listahan mo ay makahabol before the May 14 election. But we believe that the voters know kung sino itong mga kandidato nila. So, let us be conscious and vote wisely.
And also, a lot of people clamoring for the list to be released. Especially on the barangay, yung mga tao doon nag-claim, sana i-divulge na kung sino yung mga nasa listahan. Thus, the president decided to be released.
Sir, John Galyara po from Inquirer.net. For Secretary Anyo po, sir, how does the DILG take it na 2 years? 2 years Yeah, so 2 years into the administration's anti-drug campaign, meron pa pong 16 na barangays na walang badak. Di ba po ba dapat isa to sa mga unang nagawa ng mga barangays? And also with us, you have to assist these barangays. So how do you take it, sir?
Actually, before sumagot si Secretary nyo, nung pumasok kami noong July 2016, we found out on our records that there are about 55% lang ang barangays noon na mayroong reported badak. And when we found out later on, kung ilan ang operational dito, only about 40%. So, 2017, we had at least 2 memorandums from the department to have these barangay officials organized and operationals their badak. Noong December, there were about 70 plus na yata. So, nagpa-progress yan. Kasi admittedly, medyo napabayaan yung program na yan eh. And it's only during pagpasok ng present administration that we started pushing for it.
I remember we have 42,000 barangays. In fact, last month, mga nasa 2,000 na yan, ano? When we issued this warning, kumilo sila, kaya natira na lang 16. But the next step, we will now audit what these badas have done. Kasi it's not enough na organize mo. What have you done for the last so many years? Isa-isa naman natin yan. So from quantity to quality. And until we are able to have a working, efficient badak that will address the concern on drugs in the barangay.
Sir, last question po sa akin. For DG Aquino po, sir, can you clarify why law enforcement agencies still need to conduct case build-up if the list was already vetted by 4 agencies? Kasi parang there's this perception na nag-vet pala, so why does the law, why do the agencies still need to conduct case build-up kung it underwent stringent validation by intelligence agencies?
Well, yung validation is not enough. Hindi pwede kasing bara-bara pagpapayo ng kaso. Otherwise, pag-dismiss na yung kaso, we ensure that the case is airtight and yung kumbaga lahat ng ebidensya nandun na yun. Just to be sure na hindi mali-dismiss ang kaso. Otherwise, kung bara-bara lang for the sake of just filing the case, wala nang mapupunta, we're just wasting our time. So we ensure that the case is airtight and nandun lahat yung ebidensya. When we say validation, parang kinukonfirm mo lang yan. There's a confirmation that indeed these particular barangay officials are involved in illegal drugs. But it doesn't mean na nandun na lahat ang ebidensya. So kaya nga mag-case build up to add up doon sa pagpapahal na kaso.
Sir, Gino Sota o BWIC. Sir, yung parang processing ng filing ng charges dyan, sa COMELEC, yung disqualification, sino magpapahil doon? Then yung criminal, sino magpapahil doon sa mga barangay officials?
Are you asking me? Yes. Oo, ano yung ulit yun?
Yung pong processing ng filing ng cases against the barangay officials, so paano sistema, no? Sino magpapile ng disqualification cases? Sino magpapile ng criminal cases?
Kami ang magpapile ng criminal case and DRG will file the administrative case.
So paano yun, yung mga barangay official na magpapile ng, yung DILG na po magpapile ng case against sa barangay official sa disqualification? O paano po yun?
We will furnish the COMELEC the list of these barangay captains. Lalo sa criteria ng COMELEC, meron silang criteria kung sino yung pasado maging candidate o na. Kung sa criteria ng COMELEC ay hindi, halimbawa for example, ay hindi nila matidisqualify yung isang barangay captain because of inclusion in the list, then the voters will decide who is going to be voted or elected as barangay official. So, hindi mo nang pwede i-impose sa COMELEC. The COMELEC meron sa sariling set of qualification. So, let it jive with the COMELEC qualification.
So, Secretary, na-auto kayo sabi nyo kanina, in-invite nyo sila para maging state witness against yung mga barangay official na baka gusto na mag-witness.
There might be some barangay officials who are into the drug operation and, wanting to accelerate himself by presenting as a state witness is part of a bigger drug syndicate. Then, why not?
So, kasi last week sabi ni Director Aaron Aquino, na 93 LGU and above na involved, pinapakaroon siya doon ng Pdea ng involved sa DROGA. Hindi ba pwedeng mga principal nila yun?
Probably, this is a continuing case build-up, including other agencies like the PNP. Every week now we're conducting a lot of validation every week. The normal flow is, for example, they will write to us because our regional offices of the PNP will conduct validation not just one group or one number, it's every day. Even LGU officials higher than the barangays, tuloy-tuloy siya.
Pwede bang i-apply yung continuing crime principle? Diyan sabi ni Director kanina, validated yung information, ILIGAL, ISA, Pdea. Yung crime is continuous o ongoing yung pushing ng mga barangay officials. So, pwede di ba mag-contact ng arresto daw para sa mga barangay chairperson? Ano yung crime principle po?
We need a good case build-up. Kasi pwede mong gawin doon anytime, pero kung mahina nga yung ebidensya mo, mag-dismiss, ay natin effort mo. We need to have strong evidence, especially during that operation normally. Hindi mo naman yan mahuhuli dahil, lalo na kung drug lords yan. There are so many big drug lords, you cannot really put them down legally because they have assigned lieutenants to conduct the operation. They just get the money later on. So, yan yung mga hindi mo pwedeng sabi nga niya para kailangan careful and deliberate.
Sir, i-encourage ba sila sumulit sa PNP o sa Pdea, yung mga i-divulge ni Director ng mga news?
If these barangay officials are willing to help the government fight drugs and they're a vital component of that drug operation, we encourage. Kaya kasi dyan, as usual, sabi na, hindi kami involved dito, napagbintangan lang. Pinupolitika lang kami ng kalaban. Normally, lagi kami nagkagawa sa... So, but this have been validated by many agencies. Tapos na yung validation na yan. Kailangan natin a strong case build-up to put them behind bars and discard also them from running for election, the elected position for the rest of their lives.
Huwag mo natin ito lang ng mesa. Okay na po? Okay na? Sandali lang. Pagkatapos ng photographers, let's allow the cameramen. Unity, please. Photographers muna and then TV cameras para organize mo tayo.